The lawyer hit out at the two most recent royal trips carried out in the Caribbean to mark the Platinum Jubilee. Dr. Mos-Shogbamimu claimed tours, in particular to Afro-Caribbean nations, should aim to address the issues put forward by activists and the country's leaders, including slavery reparations. However, the trips of Kate and Prince William and Sophie and Prince Edward did not do that, according to the commentator. She said, "If the purpose of the trip is what we've seen, which is basically a continuation of representing the legacy of the British Empire, then absolutely yes, these tours should just end. Quite frankly, these royal tours that we've seen to date are an embarrassment to the British monarchy." However, if the royal tour was one that speaks to what many of these Afro-Caribbean nations are seeking to address, which is truth, reconciliation and justice, then you need to get on board those tours and make them work. Kate and Prince William traveled to Belize, Jamaica and the Bahamas in March. During their first overseas tour in more than 2 years, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge faced protests, open letters and calls for reparations and an apology for Britain's colonial past. The second in line to the throne did speak about the slave trade during a state dinner in Kingston, branding it abhorrent and something that should have never happened. He did not address the calls for an apology or reparations, issues only the government can decide upon. The Duke of Cambridge also touched upon republicanism, acknowledging in a statement the possibility more countries may break away from the Crown as Barbados did last November. He also stated the purpose of his and his wife's role is to serve and support people, rather than telling them what to do. Commenting on William's words on slavery, Dr. Mos-Shogbamimu told PA, "I don't need you to tell me that. I know that slavery was abhorrent. I want to know how and when you are going to take responsibility. This does not mean asking Prince William or Prince Edward to be personally responsible. No, they are institutionally responsible. It's a collective responsibility."